Hello and welcome to my first ever sketchbook tour. First something about the sketchbook. This is a Canson art book 180. It has this really cool fabric spine so that it can lay perfectly flat. It's really nice to work in. Spoilers, I really like it. And even though the paper is kind of thin and you wouldn't expect it to take mixed media very well, I worked with all kinds of media in the sketchbook and it took it all reasonably well. So I can really recommend the sketchbook. I actually got it for my new sketchbook in just a size up, so yeah, I really like it. So let's get started. This inside cover here, there is a little list of stuff that I wanted to draw and practice in the sketchbook. And some stickers and a ticket for the local art museum. The first page I left blank. Like a lot of other artists, it's always nerve-wracking to start a new sketchbook, so I just skipped the first page. And this is the first page that I actually drew something on or painted. I think this is watercolor, I could be mistaken. And this character is inspired by Moon, an artist I really like on Instagram. I will put their link in the description below if you're interested. But this page is not really my favorite, so let's move on. This one is actually a page I really do like. This fox was actually a piece I did for a dear friend of mine, and he has this very cool multicolored carpet in his room, so I swatched the colors of the carpet and wanted to make a painting that would match the color scheme because I'm that kind of person. And he really likes foxes and he wanted to have something kind of magical and ethereal, so and I experimented a bit with what color would be the background and what color the fox should be, and this final sketch painting I did here in the sketchbook actually isn't the colorway I did in the final painting. Maybe I will put a picture here so you can see what the final result was. But yeah, I really like the sketch and I like the final result both. I like them both very much. And here is another painting, a turtle castle. This was inspired by a game I was playing at the time, where you would build castles and the last level of the game is on the back of a turtle, so I painted that. This page I don't like as much. It was really rainy on the day I was doing this, so I wanted to do something inspired by the rain, and these patterns in the background were an idea I had. It didn't really turn out the way I wanted to, but oh well, it's just a sketchbook. Here are some sketches of the spotted genet or genet. I don't really know how to pronounce that. In this page I wanted to try doing some more illustration-esque things, like fairy tale things that you could put in a children's book or something. These are done with watercolor and colored pencils. On this page I found this shiny foil in the trash of a makerspace that I visited, and I thought it was too cool and pretty to just throw away, so I just took it and stuck it into my sketchbook. And these are thumbnails for like a notebook that I wanted to paint on the cover. I don't think I actually did it in the end, but it was fun to play around with different ideas and colors. This is actually a self-portrait with some cats, and this here on the foil is like the pre-sketch basically that I transferred in here. And some potted plants and another little cat looking curious. These are some film studies, like film screenshot studies that didn't really turn out the way I want to. I think because I didn't really set a goal for myself when I started painting these. I didn't like particularly pay attention to the composition or the colors or anything. I just painted them, so they turned out like this. And yeah. Can you guess what I was watching at the time? This is actually my first time really doing fan art, and the camera is freaking out. This is my first time doing fan art, and yeah, I really liked this page at the time. By now I think it's just okay, but hey, it was fun doing it. So here's some more Arcane fan art. I actually don't remember what this character was called, but I really like her design, and I really liked her in the show as well. I don't know if you can see the shiny gold on her, but yeah. What the fuck is this? Here, this is my first time experimenting with alcohol markers. I bought some Ohuhu markers for myself, and yeah, I think this one turned out a bit too saturated. I don't really like the purple shadows. It's not how I wanted it to look in the end, but I think it's still okay. It's fine for a first like experimentation. And here, this page I really do like. And it came kind of out of necessity because I had to paint this page because of the bleed through from the other side. And so I painted it black, and then, I don't know, I had this idea with the dragons and the white dragon on the black background and the black dragon on the white background. Yeah, I really like it. It's not my style at all, but still really cool. And this page is some experimentation for a tattoo design for my mother. She wants a phoenix tattoo on her ankle, so I experimented with like the shape of the phoenix and how it could like wrap around the ankle, and what kind of style it could be. Yeah, and here are some little thumbnails for the dragons on the other page. This page were just some experimentations, not really experimentations, just some gold sketches. Not really much to say about that. And here's my first draw class I ever followed by the Drawfee crew. This is Karina's draw class on clothes. I'm still not very good at them, but I'm learning still. And it was really fun to follow. I really like following just tutorials and classes when I just want to draw, but not really have too much, like, have to think about it myself too much. I just do what I'm told, basically. And here I wanted to have like a little signature or logo for myself, so I experimented with that. And I think this one is the one I settled on in the end. I don't really use it that much anymore, but yeah, I have it. So and it was Pride Month, so I did like a little Pride page with all the different symbols and colors, and yeah. And on this page I just put line art around the bleed through. These are some like shapes cut out of post-it notes, and then I drew what kind of thing I saw in the shapes. I don't know, you probably know about that, like a lot of people do it, and I wanted to try it myself, and I think it turned out kind of cute, but it's not really, I don't think it's for me. Here are some Stranger Things fan art, like everyone did at the time. And the camera's freaking out again. Here I painted some water. I really do like painting water. I think it's really relaxing. You can like draw all the little details, and it's not that important that they are all exactly in the right place because it's water, it's moving all the time, so if something is in a different spot, it's not that big of a deal, and you can experiment with colors. And yeah, you can see I put a lot more effort into this page than in this page. I was getting tired at this point, but I think it's still okay. And here are some mermaids and sirens. This is done with marker, and this is done with pens and brush pen. Some more draw classes, again by Karina, this time anatomy. These are all really, really bad sketches that I just did while watching the draw class. Here I also did Karina's anatomy draw class 2, the sequel, again, but better. Yeah, I really like following classes. This page I don't really have much to say about, just some mindless faces and moths, and yeah, the color pink. Not really a lot to say about this. This page, yeah, I found these cats on Pinterest, I think, and I really, really don't like them, to be honest. They are so overbred and they look so weird and funny, and I feel really sorry for them because they get like health problems and stuff, and yeah, I decided to paint them and put the word alien behind them because I think they just look like alien cats. Some more studying. This time this is a video by Marco Bucci, or Bucci, I don't really know how to pronounce his name, but this video is really, really good. I can only recommend it. I learned a lot from this video. I think I should watch it again because all this information didn't stay in my brain. But yeah, it's really, really in depth on all the different parts and muscles and joints and stuff in the hands. It's really, really good. Here I was visiting my dad and my little sisters, and my sisters told me what to draw, and they wanted a dragon that spits water, and there's also a fire, and he has wings, and he has a dolphin tail, and these like spines and everything. So yeah, I did what they told me to, and this is what came out of it. This is just like a doodle sketch page, and here I stuck in like a little thumbnail for a painting I did, but other than that, this page is really nothing much. Yeah, another, I don't know, just for fun page. I guess all sketchbook pages are just for fun, but I didn't really have any goal or anything with this. I just wanted to experiment with these colors and with some gold watercolor. This is another like doodle another like doodly page. I couldn't sleep, so I just got up and got out my sketchbook, and you can see it's not great, but that's the nature of sketchbooks, I guess. This page I do really like. I took my sketchbook out on a walk with me, and I saw this really cool like fallen over log with all this texture and moss and stuff on it, so I just sat down with a ballpoint pen and painted it. No, didn't paint it, I drew it, and I really like it. And here's another little stump that I did on the walk. Yeah, this painting is not that great, to be honest. I really don't like the shape of her face, but I think I learned a lot doing it. was my first time painting metal like this. So yeah, it was a learning experience. Let's just say that. Yeah, this tiger I really do like. I like the etherealness of it, and I like the color scheme. And I just really like tigers. I think they're really fun to paint with all the stripes and colors and stuff. This is another like kind of throwaway page, I guess. Here I got some Posca pens for the first time and tried them out on the sketch that was already on the page, and then there are some like thumbnails down here. I don't think you can see them very well. There's a hair. Some thumbnails and some other sketches on this side. And here's my first proper drawing. I don't know, what do you do with Posca pens? Do you paint or draw? Tell me in the comments if you want. But yeah, this is my first artwork with the Posca pens. And I really like it. I used the like not minty, but this like greenish blue for the feather highlights. Kind of like the blue reflections on the birds. I really like it. And here I just drew some old men. These two are studies from Pinterest, and this one is, I'm pretty sure, from imagination. I could be wrong, but I believe it is. Here I got out some ink, some Winsor & Newton ink. I used to really like drawing and painting in ink because of the way the colors like separate from the ink. I don't really think you can see it here very well, but yeah, I really like that aspect of it, so I tried to achieve that. I think it's a bit in here, you can see there's some purple coming out, but other than that it didn't really happen on this page. Here's some, I don't know, more anatomy drawings. There was like a sketch under here that I didn't like, so I just painted over it and then sketched these little anatomy figures. Here I was really into Aurora, so I decided to like do this piece about her. And here's more Aurora fan art, I guess. I really like her like dancing on stage, and she's really dynamic, so yeah, I drew this pose and I really failed on the face, so I just put a smiley face over it. Other than that, this page is really, I don't know, kind of a throwaway page. And here I was so excited to start Inktober. I got out all of my ink supplies and swatched them all and tried them and wrote down prompt lists, and then I didn't even do a single day of Inktober because life happened, but hey, next time maybe. This is the view of the harbor in my city from like a high building in the harbor. I was there on an event and I just sat by the window and drew because I didn't really have much else to do at the time. Yeah, these are blue and yellow ballpoint pens, and I really like how this turned out. Yeah, here is kind of a tattoo flash, I guess, that I did in some experimentation with acrylic gouache and Posca pens. Yeah. On this day I had a really bad day, so I just got out my brush pens and scribbled away to let out the anxiety. This sketch, I don't know if you can see it very well. It's like a angel god figure thing inspired by the music I was listening to at the time, and also an artist I really like on Instagram. I think his name is petemohrbacher. I'm not sure. I will link him in the description below so you can check him out. He's really cool. Some portrait studies also of Pinterest. This one I'm really sad that there's bleed through because I really liked her face, but oh well, what can you do? Here I did some cranes. I think cranes are really, really cool because they have this really tight S-curve in their necks, and they have like just really like interesting negative space with their necks and wings and beaks, all really cool shapes, so I decided to play around with that a little bit. And some more ethereal animals. These sketches I actually did at work, and then when I got home I painted over them. At first I really didn't like the paintings, but by now I have grown fond of them. I think they look actually kind of nice. Here's a little gouache painting of an elderly woman. Nothing more really to say about that. This page I also really like. I did the thing with the pink underpainting on both of these, and I think it really makes the painting pop. I don't understand the science behind it. If you do, you can tell me in the comments why pink underpaintings make everything just look so good. Yeah. This page is almost blank. I did a sketch on this page. I wanted to paint a scene from a Bond movie. I think it was From Moscow with Love. This had this really interesting negative space, and she was all in yellow, but I never got around to painting it. Maybe I will one day, but as of now it's just a sad little sketch. This is some like thing I did at nighttime in bed with some ballpoint pens again. Just, yeah, nothing really to say about it. Here are some sketches of cabins. This one is in ballpoint pen and this one is in pencil. This page I don't like at all. I wanted to draw with highlighters and do like some more like geometric shapes on the characters and faces, and then do the line art afterwards, but it didn't turn out at all how I wanted it to. This is my very favorite page in this whole sketchbook. I don't know what possessed me that I could paint these really pretty hands with all the different values. There's blues in there, and greens, and yellows, and pinks. And I did the pink underpainting again, and I think this page just turned out really great. I love it. Here are some bugs I did with alcohol markers, I think. I just did these over like multiple days, just calming, like painting in layers and layers, and yeah, they were fun to do, but other than that I don't really like them. This one is just a really quick gouache painting. I think this took me like 15 minutes or something. Yeah, and I think it's fun. I like doing some more abstract things. Here's some learning about colors and values. This was another draw class. And this page is inspired by the band Architects. This is Sam Carter, the like singer of the band, and this is a lyric from one of the songs. And crow, just because I like crows. Yeah. This page was kind of a fail. These sketches I really don't like. I tried to sketch in a cafe with brush pen, but it really doesn't look that great. And these are little swatch cards, like paint swatch cards that you can get in the hardware store, and I drew on them with Posca pens. Yeah, here I wanted to learn a bit about like shapes and values in landscapes, and I tried to first do it with brush pens, but I couldn't really get too many different values using this, so I switched to pencil, and I think this was more conducive to what I was trying to do. I really like all of these small little thumbnail studies. Yeah, I think it's really fun to do like these tiny little sketches, because you can be really loose and just have like a few lines and a few like hatched in pieces, and tada, you have a landscape. I really like that. And here's another like pencil landscape, and then a gouache painting. And here I also try to be really loose and sketchy with the painting, and then I went over it with some colored pencils, also really rough and loose. And I do like how it turned out. Here we have a tiger, another one, another gouache painting, this time a little more realistic, but I still made the stripes blue. I really like doing orange or pink tigers with blue stripes. I don't know what it is about it, but I just really like that. On this page I try to like do something a little more like artsy and composition-y, I guess. Yeah, it's ink again, and I try to experiment with it. Here are some goose studies that I did while cat sitting. I saw some geese in the field out of the window, so I was like, okay, I guess I will paint these. And I really like how they turned out. Like, I was really like rough with the paint strokes, but I can still see all the feathers and the wings and stuff. So yeah, I really liked it, and I had fun doing it. This one is a study from a scene in the movie Don't Look Up, which gave me massive anxiety, honestly, this movie, because it's so realistic, and it's scary. Yeah, this is, I think, just B-roll actually from the movie, of people just watching their phones and seeing the developments, but I really liked the pose and the lighting. I don't think I captured the lighting very well, but I still like how this turned out. Here's a tree, not much to say about that. I used ink again, ink and colored pencils, I think. Some more tigers. Here I tried to only draw the black parts of the tiger with brush pen it's called, with brush pen again, and I really like that, like doing that, and I like how it turned out. I think I kind of ruined the page with the like ink background and these flowers and stuff, but when I only had the tigers on there, it seemed kind of empty, so I wanted to put something in the background, but I probably should have just left it. But yeah, whatever. And here I wanted to learn how to draw guns, because I have no idea how to draw guns. They are really complicated. I think this middle one turned out okay, the other ones are not that great. Yeah, and I wrote down a lyric from my favorite band, Sleep Token. Everyone go listen to them, they are just amazing. Here I did some plants with fruit on them, and here I actually wanted to do the pink underpainting again, but I think for this one it didn't look that great. I think because there's so much like empty space between the leaves here, so it just sticks out too much. And here are some otter drawings. I had a lot of fun with these. I wanted to be more deliberate with my lines and not do like so many sketchy lines, and I think it turned out pretty good. And this is my little fat boy. He's very lazy and just sitting there contemplating his life, like we all do from time to time. Here are some gesture drawings with this fun like multicolored pencil, I think. And this is kind of a moody page. I just started with this this little trench coat person, and then I thought she looks like a detective, so I did a skull because she's like investigating a murder. And then I thought skull, pirates, ocean, and then I did this ocean scene. And so this went like full circle with the theme of this page. This was really fun, kind of like a mind flow thing, just from one topic to the next. This is actually a self-portrait. I think it doesn't really look like me. It looks a little bit like me, but not that great. I really struggled with the nose on this one. I do like how the hair turned out. I think it's really cool with the like rough brush strokes that I used. And yeah, just keep on trying, because life can be a bitch sometimes. And this was actually the last page of the sketchbook. This was kind of like a spring celebration page, because it's finally here, it's finally spring. So I did some flowers down here and this little bird flying away, flying to the new sketchbook, I guess. So this is the end of the sketchbook tour. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you want to see more of my art, you can follow me on Instagram. I will have my Instagram handle linked in the bio below. I don't really know if I'm gonna post any more YouTube videos. This was just, I really wanted to do a sketchbook tour, so yeah, I did that. I don't really know if I'm gonna do anything else. We will see. But I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have a great day. And yeah, thanks so much for watching.